You're listening to the Goodfellas podcast, the podcast where two mates talk nonsense for your entertainment. Let's get into it. I'm Sean.
And I'm Clarke. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, follow, and all that good stuff. Check out all our socials. We've got a link tree set up, and we are the Goodfellas podcast. So how's it going, brother?
I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
good. Yourself?
Yeah, all good.
Been another week or so
Yeah.
since we've seen each other last.
Yeah, we've done quite a bit, haven't we?
Yeah, I was off, you were off, we were
Yeah.
in that, but
Yeah.
we're here. This is episode 5.
Yeah.
So
Slowly crawling up.
yeah, slowly crawling up. We've got a few things I want to talk about today, I
Mhm.
think. First thing on my mind is going to be football.
Yeah, of course.
We'll get into that.
You've done that.
And also, I want to talk about mountains.
Ah.
I'll leave it like that for everyone
Oh,
listening. We're
throwback.
gonna maybe.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're going to talk a bit about football, bit of mountains. That's going to be the episode.
Yeah.
I'll get into the details as we get into it.
Of
stuff.
course.
And I've got a little quiz in there for you as well.
Oh,
we'll
interesting.
see how we get
I
on.
love a quiz.
So, like every episode, as we always start, I'm going to bring out the beer for you.
Oh,
Today's beer. This is your favourite part, isn't it?
my
Everything.
favourite part. I love
So-
it. The glass is pristine and ready.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I present you Eyinger
Eyinger.
or Eyinger. I don't know how it is. It's a German beer.
Oh, already a good start.
So
See you there. Eyinger.
there you go. That's your.
Cheers, brother.
Yeah. So it's a
Bayerisch Pils.
5.3%.
5.3. If this is anywhere near on par with the Riegele, I will be the happiest guy in here.
Regali or Regali? Regali?
Rigelando.
Rigo.
Either way.
Who pours the best point? Let's have a look.
Oh yeah, oh, let's dance. Oh,
Got a
shit.
bit of a good head of
Oh,
mine.
I'm coming up strong now. Don't worry, he's coming back. I think this is going to be.
That's a tie.
That's a tie.
Pretty good point.
That's a tie.
Cheers,
Cheers,
bro.
dog.
First sip.
First sip. Cheers to all you out there as well. Hope you're having a pint with us.
What can you say?
Oh,
Another lovely
Germans
beer.
have done it again.
That's another
Oh,
lovely
no.
beer.
Can't quite see that, but there, yeah. The logo is like a monastery church, isn't it? Sort of thing.
Yep.
Or maybe a brew house next to it, but looks amazing. Tastes amazing.
Yeah.
1878.
Yeah, I'll give you some details and some information on it later, as always,
Yeah.
halfway through the
I'm
episode.
going to put that just there.
But
There.
yeah,
Ah, it's that.
Eyinger, another German beer for
Yeah,
you.
love
Like
it.
that one?
Boy, can't beat it, can you?
Okay. So, should we get into it?
Let's
Football.
dance. Oh!
Before we start, let's go on with that. For all you
I'm
Liverpool
so
fans
glad.
out there.
Yeah.
I'll kiss the
Well done. Well done.
Carabao Cup final.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Written
yeah.
off.
I went through a lot of emotions yesterday.
Yeah.
Probably pre-match was probably more.
Yeah.
I don't think we had a chance.
Yeah.
You know what happened against yourselves
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, last couple of games we haven't played amazing. Did beat West Ham 1-0, but we lost to Liverpool recently, and I just
Yeah.
felt like,
It's going to be 57 years.
well, yeah,
Perfect.
you know, like that. And
Yeah.
then we bloody turned up. Outplayed them across the park.
Understatement.
Yeah, we thrashed them, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, like we'll get into it. Liverpool obviously had the PSG match
Yeah.
in the week,
Yeah.
120 minutes into penalties, physically and mentally. That's draining on a lot of those players there.
Yeah, but if you want to be great in that, you've got to crack on.
Maybe Slot could have made some changes from those players, started with some of the fresher players, and then brought on like maybe Salah and that later on. But he was never not going to play
Salah from the start.
his best teams.
But
yeah,
we've said, haven't we? I think he's burning out now. Like Salah is right on the edge. You can see it. You can just see it with him. He just doesn't look the player he was 10 games ago,
yeah.
does he?
But it
But
was
brilliant. Oh,
It was great. I mean, I
Yeah.
just to talk about it, like I think from back to front, we were unbelievable. Like
yeah.
there's doubts about was he going to play Pope or Dubravka.
Mm-hmm.
You went with Pope, and everyone thought that might not be the right choice.
Great
but
choice.
Christ, great choice in the end.
Great
Great
choice.
save against Curtis Jones' shot.
Yeah, brilliant.
The back four were unbelievable. Livramento had basically sat in his back pocket.
He did. He did.
Dan Burn probably had the best game
Yeah.
he's ever had.
Yeah.
And what a header that was.
Oh,
send-
I
to send
know.
the fans of that.
I was so chuffed as a Man United fan. And to see you guys, I like Newcastle anyway.
Yeah, I
I
know.
have a lot of respect for Newcastle, and it's the way you played them off the park.
Yeah,
Off the park.
exactly what I want us to play like against Arsenal. That press them, don't sit back against the Liverpool.
Yeah.
The midfield three won that midfield battle all day long, and I'm not saying it just now because I'm a Newcastle fan, but when they play on form, that Joe Linton, Tonali, and Bruno is hard to play against for a lot of teams. The tenacity they bring, they all crunching into tackles. They can play football as well.
They press together. You see some teams 2 ago or something, they seem to press and cut angles off together really well.
And then to be fair, the two wingers, we didn't have Gordon, but Barnes was perfect again yesterday. Murphy, who's had a great season, was unbelievable. And then for me, one of the best strikers in European football at the moment, still Isak.
He is.
Scores another great goal yesterday, and Van Dijk and Konate couldn't deal with him. And I mean,
No, I agree. I think he's amazing at the moment. He probably is the best striker on form.
Yes.
Certainly up there with Kane, Lewandowski, and Mbappe. But brilliant.
Well, they compared him to Henry afterwards, and Henry was on the sidelines and stuff. And that.
Well, the difference is about Isak and Henry is that Isak can score in a final. Sorry, Henry, you're great, but 13 or 11 finals, didn't score in one of them.
So they compared him. Isak was humble enough anyway, but
Henry's amazing. But I just want
I don't know, the whole. It felt different. I mean, I was up at a local pub.
Yeah.
My old man's a Liverpool fan. He absolutely hated it. My mate came along, but me and Mason were there, and there was a few Geordies in the pub, and we were loving it. It was just I had about 8 or 9 pints of Guinness.
Yeah.
It was just good.
Nice.
And celebrated and all that. So I don't know, just everything was right yesterday. Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
First major trophy for him.
Brilliant. Great
game plan was brilliant from corners. They said, especially what happened for the first goal was basically you take Van Dijk and Konate out of the game. So don't do in swingers and whip it into that 6-yard box because they were going to dominate, and that's where they stay. So you went for kind of the out swingers or at the back post where Dan Burn was against Alexis McAllister.
I know.
Quite different. And he won a few headers before that, and then just a little link-up play. Barnes going to put McAllister off, came in, and what a header to the bottom corner.
Yeah, I know.
And then, the second goal, like I said, Isak was there, sweep it in. It was quite funny. A lot of people said they saw more of Alan Shearer yesterday than they did actually Salah. It's about true. I saw a lot of Andy Tech as well. And then, seeing him lift the trophy, the emotion of all the players, the fans were there. I think just as a Newcastle fan.
Something you've never seen?
No, I've never seen. Most of Geordie's that I probably haven't seen. And hopefully it's the first of many.
Well, I don't think it'll be the last in a while because they're going to want to stay now. You win a trophy, you're going to want to stay. And if you can clinch that top 4, which I don't know how close it is.
We're sit for something at the moment.
But it's not a lot of points, is it?
So if we can get European, and we obviously just won the Carabao Cup, that's a great season.
Yeah.
And then obviously spend some money now in the summer.
Yeah.
Hopefully keep people with players like Isak and stuff, and build on the team.
Yeah.
Challenge for a bit more, maybe in the next few years.
Definitely.
That's what we're hoping for.
Yeah, I agree.
Liverpool now, they knocked out by Plymouth in the FA Cup, but they made the changes. They brought in some young people, younger players.
Yeah.
And they suffered for it. And Plymouth beat them, knocked out of the Champions League.
Yeah.
PSG,
got absolutely destroyed.
And PSG are a good team.
I think it's going to be them against Barca.
Yeah.
I think that's the way their bracket works out, isn't it? I think they're on either side.
I can't remember, yeah.
But PSG, losing Mbappe, they look amazing.
He's great. Because he's their manager now.
I literally can see him.
Yeah, I know him as well. Have a look at that, what you said. But honestly, you'll have a look at that. Look at the manager.
Yeah.
But Dembele, but it's not just Dembele, that Barcola looks amazing. Obviously, the midfield they've got is just brilliant. And every player they brought on against
Luis Enrique.
Luis Enrique, that's it. And everyone else they brought on is just great. And then just the intensity they play out and everything can that. So that was good. That obviously hurt Liverpool massively.
Yeah, but they should have lost 10-1.
The first leg, unbelievable. Like Alisson had the game of his life.
Oh, amazing. One of the best performances.
To be fair though, why did he not play Alisson yesterday?
Yeah.
Some Liverpool fans would be saying.
Yeah.
I know, I get it, maybe Keller because he played in the cup games.
Yeah.
Keep it going, like that.
Fair enough.
And then obviously they just lost the final to us. But I can't see them losing the Premier League.
They will drop some points.
They would have to lose 4, even if they lost 4 games and Arsenal won 4 games, or Forest or whatever, they'd still be 1 point ahead anyway.
It's not going to happen. I do believe they've hit the wall and they're running out of steam, but their lead is too good.
Yeah. So
I think they'll drop a few points. Yeah,
they'll win the Prem, and then it'd be interesting for Liverpool because what happens in summer? Players like Van Dijk have said they might not stay.
Well, Van Dijk,
Salah
Trent,
maybe.
and Salah, they're the three that no, there's no confirmation yet, is there?
No, they definitely need a number 9.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Jota's obviously good, and Nunes can be good, but he misses a lot more than
That Nunes for Benfica
was great. Yeah,
40+ goal and assist. I know it's Portugal, but he was doing it in the Champions League, wasn't
he? Yeah, so it's an interesting one, isn't it? And it's just
yeah,
I don't know. It's just see what they do in the summer.
Well, I'm chuffed you won.
Yeah, and I suppose your team as well. Yesterday, get away from the cup on that one. Just quickly talk about United.
Bruno's picking up some form. There's a little bit more togetherness, like you creeping in now, and the system he's playing, which he's sticking to, you can start to see some success.
Yeah.
Don't care who it's against. We have been beaten by teams bottom to top all over, but now we're getting a few goals. Defensively, we're looking better. Bruno's looking like the Bruno of the first 2-3 seasons again. He's brilliant. He is world class. I'm pretty chuffed. The Sociedad as well. Like, tough team to beat. I think they're doing pretty well in La Liga.
Yeah.
I think they're top 6.
Yeah, they might be that. Yeah, we'll have to look.
I think.
Yeah.
Can't say a lot about United, but any plus, you get people online now like, oh, you beat Leicester or da-da-da. It's like, mate, I'll celebrate anything right now.
All I'm saying is I got some points yesterday, and Nana got me a clean sheet on my fantasy vote, and Bruno got me some points there. I'm happy. But yeah, no, maybe might be turning it around a little bit now.
Yeah.
I do think though, like if you lost Bruno, you lose a lot from that team, in terms of creativity and stuff and that.
100%.
And that shows.
But I don't think we will. I think he'll probably give it one last chance with Amorim.
Yeah.
Both Portuguese, they know each other. Played with each other in the national team, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a lot, but I just think he'll give it one more. Feel sorry for him because he could walk into most top European teams.
Yeah.
And they have trophies, wouldn't they? But anyway.
Okay. So keeping on the cup final thing, I was kind of thinking about it as well. Obviously.
Excuse me.
Other than yesterday for me, which is probably the best final I've ever seen, just because of Newcastle. What's the best final you've ever seen? And it could be club or international level and stuff. Now it could be in any competition.
Well, there's only one answer. Bayern Munich, 1999. Every Man United fan's going to say that. I mean, I was watching it with my dad and my uncle, so what would I have been then, 11? I would have been 11, 99. After a great season, because we were underdogs for a lot, against Arsenal in the FA Cup, when I think it was Bergkamp missed that penalty, Schmeichel saved his team penalty, and there was just like, oh, we could do something special, and then Giggs scored that goal. Get to against Bayern, and they were the better team. They hit the bar, they hit the post, they scored first, and then, mate, just the drama. Big Schmeichel goes out. Obviously, he brings on Solskjaer and Sheringham.
Yeah, how many minutes left? It wasn't a lot, was it?
No.
Less than 5?
Yeah, no, it was in the 90.
Yeah.
It was like 91. And then obviously, it was the last corner, wasn't it? And then Schmeichel always got, he's like, oh, Sheringham scored. And you're just like, we turned the TV off. At like 90th minute, we turned it off, we were gutted. And my uncle turned it back on, literally. And he's like, it's 1-0. And we're like, you thought he was winding us up?
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh my God. And by the time it came back on, we just won the next corner. Beckham goes up. And you could just tell in the crowd, you could tell on the bench that something was going to happen. And I would just never forget. And Solskjaer has done it. Just get goosebumps every time.
Yeah,
it has to be that for me.
Yeah, no, I think there's a few. Champions League do bring quite a lot. I mean, like probably watching the Liverpool AC Milan one. Came back out with
I mean that's up there.
There's probably a couple of World Cup finals, maybe.
Yeah, I mean the
Euros.
Demolition job Zidane did to Brazil. That was arguably his best ever performance against Ronaldo. R9, Ronaldinho, Rivaldo, Carlos, all that, and he made them look like amateur players.
Yeah.
I'd have to say 1999.
Okay.
What's yours?
Might well be yesterday's.
Apart from yesterday, like, is there any? Is that and Liverpool?
Yeah, probably Liverpool and sticks out in my mind. There's probably more, and people send them in if you think there's other finals we should remember or haven't seen.
I'll tell you one. It was Liverpool against Alaves in the UEFA Cup. I think they had Houllier then, and it was 5-4.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Correct us if I'm wrong, or correct me. I think it was like 1-0, 1-0, 2-1, 2-all. It went like that, and then Liverpool won it at the end.
Mm.
And obviously, I don't like Liverpool, but great final, like 5-4. Yeah, that stands out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which then kind of leads me on to finals you may have missed, potentially. Like, so I obviously didn't go to the ground yesterday, but I wish I did. Or finals you've missed or wish you went to.
Um,
And it could be any era. So for me, like, obviously
Wow.
I know I'm not, I wasn't born then, but I would have loved to have been there for the World Cup.
Of course.
Like,
Of
you know,
course.
for England winning the World Cup.
England winning the World Cup.
Like,
no brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Just to
Yeah.
see them win that.
Yeah.
Obviously, we haven't won it since.
Yeah.
You know, which obviously
Come
they didn't know at that point that you weren't going
No.
to win it again for ages.
No.
But yeah, something like a big World Cup final, maybe I've, you know, gone to.
Yeah.
I don't even have to be finals because you went to the England
Greece
Greece game when
where
Beckham
scored the
Yeah,
free
so
kick.
maybe not even final, just matches like that. You went
That
to
was right up there, mate. And you could just see. I remember we were to his back, and when he stepped up, there was just a few people like, he's gonna do it.
Yeah,
You could hear it in the crowd, and he just went, oh. What a game he played that game. He was everywhere, mate. Because that redeemed him from Argentina.
Yeah, when
where he
kicked
kicks
out,
it here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously one of the best kind of strikers of a ball from a free kick or corner, dead ball situation.
Arguably,
Yeah,
the best. Him, like Janino.
you know, even going down the line, you just think,
Yeah.
whip it in, it's always going to be there.
Always.
Like, you watch it now,
Yeah.
like, we see it all the time every week, and it's like, and Newcastle players you've done it as well, like Trippier and that, it's like, oh, whip it in, can't even beat the first man.
I know. And
You're like, how can you not beat in the first
yeah.
man? Like,
And you can, I guarantee you, anyone listening, you can't remember Beckham hitting the first man.
No.
Because he always got it in there. Always.
I did read something a while ago. It was a while ago, and it was just like a little like dig someone out. It's like Premier League player kind of thing, paid shitloads of money to take a corner, can't hit the first man.
Yeah, I know.
Guy turns up on a Sunday league football match after having a session the night before.
Yeah, 10 pints.
And
Never
whips
hits the front man.
Whips it in every time in the box is perfect, and it's just like, yeah, it's like,
I know.
yeah.
Yeah, just before we carry on, that is why I think there's Trent, great ball, da da da. Like, yeah, it is, but they should be doing that anyway, you know.
Oh, well, if you're training day in, day out,
Yeah.
you know, that's your job. Like, you should be,
Whipping it in.
Whipping it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there was actually much more football. I mean, obviously, the last time we talked about football, we had the Champions League games and stuff like that. We didn't really talk about like kind of like when Arsenal won 7-1.
No, maybe we'll do
But we
maybe
can do
like a
catch
little.
up
We could maybe do a little segment as well.
Yeah, catch up
of
on some of those because I
football.
think we did have predictions for that and
Yeah.
wildly wrong on quite a lot of those.
Well, we are not surprised. Yeah.
So I had a little quiz for you, football related.
Oh no!
I think you'll be all right at this.
You stitched me up.
I will get the sheet out in a minute. If I can find it.
Yeah, so we are in the process while Sean's just having a look at the show notes. It's just we're going to try and improve our audio soon and get some more cameras so you can see our pretty faces as well as the overview shot, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're still trying to upgrade and do stuff.
So this is complete the team. So you've just got a list of positions, okay?
Okay.
So you have to tell me, or guess.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you 5 lives.
And it's 4-3-3, just for everyone. 4-3-3.
Yeah,
mate.
so this is a cup final. This is the 2016 Champions League final. Real Madrid against Atletico Madrid. Okay, so you can go for any position. You don't have to do it in order. And then I'll say yes or no. And if you get a wrong answer, you lose a life.
Okay, but from any team. So if I
No, this is just the Real Madrid lineup.
Oh.
This is the Real Madrid lineup.
Okay.
So can you guess the Real Madrid exact 11, starting 11 this is, in that Champions League final?
Goalkeeper. Was it Navas?
It was Navas.
Come on, that was
1 for 1. Go on.
Carvajal.
He is. Yeah, right back. Yep.
Varane.
No.
Ramos.
Yes.
Pepe.
Yes. So we've got 4 lives left.
Marcelo.
Yes.
Modric.
Yes.
Cruz.
Yes. Quick and smashing this. I thought we might take a bit longer. I'd have to do another one next time.
And then I'm going to go starting lineup. against Atletico, Ronaldo.
What position?
Oh, no. Sorry, I'm going to go striker Benzema.
Striker Benzema, yep,
Yeah.
correct.
So in theory, Ronaldo left wing,
No.
Ronaldo right wing.
Yep.
So I'm missing one centre mid
And your left winger.
left wing,
Suppose you haven't said it already.
Bale.
Yeah, it's Gareth Bale, yeah.
So this is the toughest bit. I got 3 lives, have I?
3 lives left. You've got 1 centre midfielder left.
Isco.
No.
Oh. Oh, this is tough.
Okay.
Khedira.
No. 1 life left.
I know.
You sure you got it?
Yeah, I think so. Casemiro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you see, that's like, I was going to be like, you placed your team.
No,
correctly.
I'm glad you did. I knew the second. That was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that would seem a bit easy. I know you know your Real Madrid
Yeah.
lineup, so
Yeah.
maybe we'll do them again another time.
Yeah. Cool.
And I could,
The Man United 2008, I don't think I get spot on,
okay,
but close.
we can think about that. I can do a
Yeah.
couple. I could chuck a couple in there where,
Yeah. That was good. I like that.
I've seen other ones where we could do like top transfers, teams,
Yeah.
exited teams.
Yeah,
things
yeah.
like that, name the top
Definitely.
5 players who've been sold for those
Yeah.
clubs and that. So I think that's
Yeah.
good.
No, that was good.
That
That was good.
was kind of it really on the football for me.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people would have liked that, and some people would be like, "Thank God."
Thank God you got them right. That was- Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to split it into not guest a beer, but discussed a beer.
Well,
So we
it's
kind of.
very, very delectalonious.
So we'll quickly go through it. So the Eyinger, it's a highly regarded Bavarian brewery with a rich history and a reputation for producing exceptional beers.
It is.
It's located in Eying, Bavaria, which is
Okay.
near Munich.
Yeah.
It was founded in 1878, as you said.
Yeah.
It's a traditional family-owned brewery, now in its 7th generation.
Wow.
It's known for its commitment to quality, adhering to a German beer purity law. So I think we've said that before, maybe, but
There is something about German beers where they do taste pure.
they have to just
Yeah.
the standards must be really high. So
Yeah.
it's won numerous awards in international beer competitions, and it's highly rated by beer enthusiasts worldwide.
Well, hopefully one day, but we're going to say thanks to our soon-to-be sponsors, Beers of Europe,
Beers of Europe.
for again supplying us with another great beer.
Yeah. Like I said, if you want to get yourselves any beers and these and that, obviously check out Beers of Europe. They've got a wide range of beers.
I've
from
never
all
seen a
different
range.
countries.
I haven't seen a range that vast.
No,
before.
And I said quick delivery.
Yeah.
And the beers are always great.
Always great. Always like unreal, like in date and fresh.
Yeah.
Not like old.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I've ordered some beers before.
And even out of stock, you always restock stuff. It's not like
Yeah.
it says out of stock and out of stock from
Yeah.
constantly bringing in the beers and that. So,
So thank you again.
check
Beers
them out,
of
Beers
Europe.
So, ratings. I like this.
Yeah.
I
Me
do like
too.
this.
Me
So-
too.
I got the board.
Yeah. So remind everyone, dog.
So we started off with the Kilmes. I was 8.3, you were 8. The
Yeah.
Stiegel, 7.5 each.
Mhm.
The Moosehead from Canada, I was 7.9, you went 7.83.
It deserved
the
it.
Regal or Regelli, I was 8.7, 8.8. So
Best to the best.
that was the best of the best after the movement.
Yeah. So that
We are.
Eyinger.
What are you thinking?
I am going to give this. I am going to give this a 7.9.
7 points. So it's not as good as the Regal, and it's not as good as the Kilmes.
No, I really like the Kilmes. I should have given that a better rating.
Okay, so you're kind of
Regal, it was.
thinking because
so-
first of all,
Yeah,
it was hard where to put it.
yeah.
Um,
This is really lovely.
I prefer this to the Kilmes, but not as much as the Regal.
Regal was just.
So
crisp.
I'm gonna go in between them. Go 8.5.
Yeah, fair enough.
I really like it.
Yeah.
It definitely.
It's a crisp
I
drop.
think there's definitely a beer I like.
Wheat, barley, hops. You know.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
we'll see what the next episode I can bring to you.
Yeah. Now I'm looking forward to it. That's 5 down now. And maybe on the 10th episode, we'll have 10 points of whatever the next one is.
So we might do a giveaway.
Yeah, well, yeah, that'd be good.
We'll do something on our socials. You can vote. You can kind of get involved in a competition.
Yeah.
And then we can
and whichever one's rated the best at the 10th episode, we'll give you a 2-pack or a pack of beer.
Yeah, we'll send you a couple of beers and that. So
Yeah.
check it out on the 10th episode. Okay.
Yeah.
So next part, mountains. Okay. Now, people out there might think, why do you want to talk about football and then mountains? All right. There's a specific reason for it. I've just come back from Penny Fan.
Yeah, and his favourite film is Brokeback Mountain.
Arguably the best movie of all time. No, so yeah, Penny Fan went up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, people probably have gone there or haven't been there. It's actually a really nice club.
Yeah.
There's kind of 2 routes you can take. So you park at kind of like a car park at car park at the bottom.
Yeah.
And a couple of routes you can take. And there's like an easier route where you can just do like it stepped up kind of thing. And so it gradually gets up.
Yeah.
Or we kind of went a different route where it kind of you go past another car bike and go up and it's like quite a lot steep.
Yeah.
Comes down a bit and then you're going to go down in like a ravine up and then there's a real steep bit.
Yeah.
Which gets you to the top of this one peak.
Yeah, okay.
But then it's not the top.
Oh, right.
It's only a little bit more of a shorter walk and then you're at the top of Penny Fan.
Yeah.
It was good. I was really sore. I feel like even though I do like football and exercise and stuff like that, type of thing is different and it hits your muscles. It hits you a lot harder and different stuff and that. And then we went and did like a waterfall walk kind of the next day. It was quite cool. That was really nice and stuff and that. But
yeah, nice.
I definitely recommend going to Penny Fan.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet. That's something we said we're going to do. I might do it for my birthday. I'm not sure yet. I need to get a little bit fitter, but we're going to do it.
I think it'd be fine.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. But we were also thinking maybe we do a walk and see if any listeners fancy coming with us, didn't we?
Yeah.
Eventually, be something we were thinking about doing. Penny Fan would be a good one. About 840 odd meters.
Yeah, it's about that. Yeah, I had a photo somewhere, but yeah, check it.
Yeah, fair play. How long did it take you?
We were up and down in about 3 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it wasn't too bad.
Hour and a half each way.
Yeah, so it wasn't too bad. Like I said, obviously went up with my brother and dad, and obviously Dad found it a bit tough at the end. But yeah, he did it. He was chuffed, and it was a good old climbing stuff and that. So the kind of reason I thought about it at mountains is because we've done a few.
Yeah.
And I thought we could talk about our walks and kind of potentially what your favourite one is.
Okay.
We've done.
Yeah.
And then also maybe look at ones we'd like to do.
For sure.
For whatever reason.
We've got a little list, haven't we?
Yeah. So obviously we've done Snowdon, we've done Scafell.
And which one was the easiest?
Definitely Snowdon. Snowdon was definitely the easiest by far.
So
I quite enjoyed Snowdon, though.
I really enjoyed Snowdon, especially since we did it after Scafell.
Yes.
And to let all you know, Scafell was hell on earth. It's not even joking.
I think we were probably a bit not naive in thinking it was going to be easy, but I kind of we didn't go the right the route.
Well, we got stitched though.
Yeah, so my old workmate, who's a very good experienced climber and everything like that, said go this other way because it's quite challenging, picturesque and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So rather than like when you kind of go up Scafell, you go around to like the left of it and you kind of go up that way.
Is Wasdale the one we did, or is that the one you're supposed to?
Just like not supposed to do, but that's like the easier route and stuff like that. But we did something different. That accompanied by we did it in November,
so it was dark by 4.
And there's a lot of snow and ice up there.
A lot of snow and ice.
But I think it started off great, didn't it? Walked along, we started off.
We'll have to say as well. If you don't know, so you got the 3 peaks: Ben Nevis in Scotland, Scafell in England, and Snowdon in Wales. Scafell is the shortest, then Snowdon.
Yep, I think so.
Then Ben Nevis, but the most difficult is Scafell. Boy,
especially the route we took.
And I think we did it in November, so obviously it's freezing, a lot of snow. But also we drove up and went out and did it straight away, didn't we?
Yes.
We didn't rest. We had 2 double sausage egg McMuffins.
that was our peak
energy.
Our
fuel.
And
we just did it straight away. So we drove 5 hours, 4.5 hours.
Yeah, up to.
And we straight away did it.
Oh, there did it. It was it was good. Like I said, it was picturesque. It was lovely at the start because we start quite early-ish, didn't we?
Started like 8:30, 9.
Something like that. Yeah, went along, and obviously it was a nice route. Like even though we said it was a challenging route, but it was a nice route.
Yeah.
Went through past those frozen lakes and everything like that.
Frozen lakes.
I remember when we got to we obviously had our stops, but we got up so far and we were like, oh, that's it. And then these 2 guys coming back from it were like, "Oh lads, you're not near it yet. Like you got to go down, up, down, and it's over there."
It literally was down and up, down and up. And I never forget my heart sank because we got up there. By the time we were like getting up into the snow, it was up to your waist, wasn't it?
Mm.
It was up to your waist, so you're having to go up and up and up and up. And we got over this one bit, and you saw a peak, and I remember we were both like, "Oh, that's the top."
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
About another half a mile, and then you got up to this bit, and you just saw like another few miles along, like it was higher.
Yeah.
And I remember we were just like,
At that point, just want to get. But then it's like you wanted to get there, didn't we? We were like, got to get there, got to finish it.
wanted to get there. Like,
And we're saying like that was probably we hadn't done a lot of kind of
no,
mountain hikes and walking up to that point, so it's not like we're
No.
seasoned like
Like
experts,
hikers.
yeah,
I
hikers
mean,
doing it and stuff like that. So
obviously,
you know.
yeah, like you can see I'm not in shape. When I did it, I was still not fully in shape, but you're as you are now, you're fitter. I was still fit-ish, but you just underestimated it so badly. Our head torches weren't charged as well.
we had these,
Um,
trying to use our phones and the little torch we had, and it was
we got to about 90% of the way, didn't we? And I was done, like, because the distance was it 13k each way.
yeah, it was quite a lot.
It was 13k, which is what, 8-9 miles? It's like 8-9 miles. So yeah, we did almost 20 miles over one day. I remember we got there, and I said to you, didn't I? I was just like, "You just go on, mate."
I was like, I leave no man behind.
I was just
I ain't
like,
leaving you
"I'm not gonna
behind,
do
bro.
it."
And I was just like,
I was just like, "I'm not going to do it." And I stopped for a bit, and you carried on walking. You were like, "Come on, come on." And then you got around this bit, and then I was just like, "No, imagine if we went all this way
I didn't do it.
and you're like, oh, did you do it?" I was like, "Yeah, Shaun did."
Yeah, you
But
did. You
couldn't.
did. Yeah,
I'm not even saying that like in a, "Oh, he did it, I didn't," and just I feel gutted.
you didn't want to let yourself down, did you?
Yeah, I didn't want to let myself.
So you were like, you did it. You pushed it for you. Got to
Got up there, and
amazing feeling.
amazing feeling, and I cried when I got to the top because I was just like something I didn't think I could do, especially being unfit, and the snow just sapped the energy from my legs, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
We got there, and it's just like, yes.
What made it worse though was like we were going as we're going up when before we even got to the peak. Or was it no? When we come back down, we'd done all that and we're knackered and we're like, oh god.
And it was 3. It was like 2-3 o'clock, wasn't it?
And we were like, we just want to get back now. We've done it and stuff. And this guy just running past. Going,
Oh, wank.
right, lads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fell runner, wasn't he?
Fell runner, yeah.
And literally he went past, and he was like, "All right, lads, good day for it." And I was just like, "Fuck off, mate." Well, I did. I was like, "You fucking
wanted to kill him, like, yeah.
Wanted to kill him. He had his head torch on, and I never forget. It made you feel so like, oh, I wish I was fitter, because he was just going. You can follow his head torch down the snow, and he was just going up peak, and he was obviously doing the peak challenge, and he was going like that in like 10 minutes. He was up and down the peaks, wasn't he?
Unbelievable.
Seeing that light just go like that, I was like, I wish I was you, mate. I wish I was going down there.
I thought that the other day. There was when I went to Penny Fan, there was a couple of people there who were like running as well. And I was just like, like fair play.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's like it's endurance and like training your muscles for a certain type of kind of activity in it. It's a bit like Sherpas and stuff, and that, like in the Himalayas and all that stuff.
People ever.
Yeah, that's what they do. They just
fell runners are, aren't they?
Yeah, they're ridiculous, and they do the fell challenge and that. But
He was just like lean when he had shorts on as well, because it was freezing. Obviously, like we said, the snow was like up there. And then, so we're getting back, and we've done it, and we were going off a bit of adrenaline from getting up there.
Yeah,
but the sun was setting.
It dropped,
and there was people going past us, and it got to the point where it must have been about 5 o'clock, and it was almost pitch black.
Yeah,
and all we had was Shaun's phone torch.
Yeah, because
that was it, and it lit up my hand.
It was hardly anything. It was pathetic.
Hardly anything.
And we were kind of, I suppose we were kind of quite optimistic because I had the map up as well, I did on my phone, like digital map.
Yeah.
We're like, we know where we came, we could follow it back.
Yeah.
And we thought, I'll be right. Like, we'll just slow down, we'll get back eventually.
Yeah.
Like 3 hours time or something. But it was like.
We were a little bit optimistic. I hadn't lost hope. But there was a good chance we could have been a statistic just from how it dropped. I remember you said you had lowish battery. We probably would have lasted.
We would have either got to the point, I think, like it would either been, we don't know where we're going. You'd have to like ring up or something like that. you carry on, just you think, oh, we'll just carry on and do it, and then something
Yeah.
happens, like one of our slips or
Yeah.
falls, and you can't, like that, and then you've got a whole completely different issue.
Well, to go on what you've just said,
Yeah.
is the route that we took as well was stone steps, wasn't it?
And they were icy as hell.
They were
yeah.
icy because water obviously was running down it and it was frozen.
Yeah.
And to do that with Sean's torch that we had, that would have been
100%.
really tough. But
yeah, there were some people,
Steve and Anne,
our saviors.
Steve and Anne, if you are listening, I already told you on the day I gave you guys the biggest hug ever. They literally, they're like, oh, do you want us to go with you? Weren't they? They were like, guide you down. And we were just like, oh, no, it's okay. And we said that out of respect. Like, it's all right. I don't want to keep you stern. But they
want to burden them.
They want to burden them. But they were like, no, like, you've got to come with us. And I think that's when the severity of it kicked in a bit. They were like, you have to come with us. And we were like, I was so grateful, weren't we?
Yeah.
It guided us down, and it took a few hours still. We got there, and I remember when we got down, we were like,
yeah, it was a great
they were the nicest people in the world.
Yeah, went and bought them a drink afterwards to say thank you, and had a nice chat with them and stuff and that. But yeah, it was it just shows that like things like that, and like, people might be thinking, might be thinking now, like, oh, why did they even go out there then? Like, they were inexperienced, or, oh, I've done like Scafell, but you might have done it in summer, or it was just everything together was like that, and it just makes us feel like we thought we were prepared, but we weren't.
No.
So if you do decide to do that, or any other like big challenges, make sure you are prepared, because like,
make sure you're prepared.
We are now.
We are
when
now.
When I do things now, I've made sure we went out and pretty much bought all the gear afterwards.
We bought all the equipment. We bought like the spikes that fit onto your hiking boots. We got the head torches. We got the sticks. We got everything, haven't we?
Yeah. But...
So like, we're prepared. But yeah, you're right. It's like, but also it showed a lot of mental character and strength.
Yeah.
To push on and do what we did. Because we shouldn't really. I know there's a lot of people doing it, but I promise you, in those conditions, it would have been tough for anyone.
100%.
It would have.
Yeah, it definitely was.
And we've just got Ben Nevis to do.
We have.
And then we've done all three.
So
which is to lead on to what you said is the one I want to do next.
You want to do Ben Nevis next?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to do Everest.
Yeah, Everest. Yeah. Everest, I am not bothered about that, just from all the stories.
Yeah, no, I mean, Everest is obviously miles away. You've got to be like, properly.
And like 6 weeks, you've got to be there, haven't you?
Yeah.
Acclimatise and.
One I would like to do, which I think you can do, and it would be something we'd have to look in the future. It's not like something we can just go and do next week. Be like Kilimanjaro.
Yeah, I would like to.
It's good, and I think like you can do the things where you can do Kilimanjaro, like say in a week.
Yeah.
You go up, obviously. The Sherpas help you, and then you get like a week at like a beach kind of place or something.
Like a lodge.
And all that, and just like relax and stuff. And I feel like that would be quite good. But I think like definitely want to do Ben Nevis, complete that.
Get them
potentially done. We could go and do a 3-peat challenge.
I would love to. Yeah.
In a way, say like we've done all 3 individually, but let's try and do it in a challenge.
Yeah, which is
could be 24 hours. Yeah.
If you'd like to see us do that, then obviously, if you guys want to see it and watch it, we could document it.
Yeah.
Do it. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah. We definitely get like a designated driver.
Yeah. Yeah, not doing the driving.
No, designated driver, because then you can sleep and rest in between and stuff and that.
Yeah.
That'd be something we could do, and then maybe like progress. There's some nice ones in France as well we can do and things like that. But Kilimanjaro would be like
Kilimanjaro would be.
I'd want to think about
4,500, 5,000 meters, I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's quite
around 5.
Yeah,
I think
it would be good.
Which would be a tough enough challenge as well. Like, and that's I think that would be cool. Kilimanjaro would be my one after Ben Nevis. Just trying to think of any others. I'm not really too bothered about Everest, especially when you see those stories and documentaries of people like dying. You got to go past those ice tunnels and stuff. Oh, I would like to get up to maybe this base camp.
Yeah, because I think I looked before. If you wanted to try and get to the peak, it's like you have to pay a ridiculous amount of money, but you always have to have so many hours of experience of doing it, and you have the right people to do it. And it's just like it's a lot to do. Yeah. Yeah. Enough just getting to, like I said, base camp and stuff. And that would be good. They did that documentary when it was that guy from because brother went out there and got lost, didn't he?
That's it. I haven't watched it, but I saw.
Was it an Chelsea guy? What am I gonna?
Oh, sorry to butcher this.
No, I can't remember his name now.
I can Spencer.
Spencer Matthews.
Spencer Matthews.
Yeah, because his brother went out there, didn't he?
Yeah.
Got lost, and then he a whole documentary of him for the family wanting to go over there and see if they could find out what happened.
Did they find? Nah.
No, they got so far and they found a body that matched kind of description stuff, but it wasn't. It was someone different. And then to be fair, he then organised and sorted out that body to go back to the family.
Oh, I know, I heard that.
Which is like a local family kind of thing, and they were like over the moon, like they finally, had the body back and all this and stuff. So even though he couldn't find anything about his brother, it was like,
it's not a wasted trip.
Yeah. So that's quite good. That was quite interesting. Though, thinking that. So that's kind of it on the mountains. Is there keeping on the fitness? Is there anything else like we could talk about fitness now? We're going into it, obviously, exercise and stuff. And that. Is there anything else you would like to strive to aim for, to achieve? I've always wanted to do like a Tough Mudder.
Yeah, me too. A Tough Mudder, and like do it well. I would love to be able to get to fitness and do like a 10K in under an hour. I always would like to do something like that. I know a load of my friends who've done really good 10K times. You were around an hour, weren't you?
I did it in like 53 minutes.
Oh, did you?
That was 2012.
Okay.
The 10K in Bristol.
Okay. That's a good time.
And I did that just playing five-side football. I didn't even really like properly train.
Five-side football was good fitness though.
Yeah, but I didn't even like for long distances because I remember like obviously being asthmatic as well.
Yeah.
I was like halfway through and I had my inhaler in my
Yeah.
like dying like that. And if anyone knows that you got asthma, you know what it's like. It's the hardest thing to try and do. But I remember that. But then I remember like got so far and it's just like your legs are just like jelly. Like you just almost can't feel them, and then you just like, persevere. Yeah. I mean, that's just doing like a 10K. I take my hat off to people who do like the long distance.
I know.
Marathons and stuff.
David Goggins and stuff.
Yeah, or like the Brownlee brothers and stuff for us.
Oh yeah, amazing. And what's it? It's like the new beast or something like that, and he went from north to south of Africa.
Oh,
it was like a marathon every day.
Yeah, he was unbelievable.
The channel was like something beast or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was really good, brilliant.
But it was like a marathon a day.
Yeah, but he got like he had like border control problems. He kind of got kidnapped. He said,
or
like he got held up by like locals and stuff and something like that. Obviously, can you imagine like just the sores and blisters you get on your feet? It'd be ridiculous. So
that's unbelievable. Like the fittest man on earth, really.
Any person to do it, I think, ever, isn't it?
Yeah,
good. Yeah, from top to South of Africa. So yeah.
When I was doing my weightlifting and that as well, a goal that I would love to do is do like it's like I think for your 3 lifts, so it's like a deadlift, squat, and bench, just do over like 1,000 pounds or 1,500 pounds, like together. I'd love to do that. I think that's a good feat of strength. And 10K in under an hour, I'd like to do. I want to get back to some level of fitness to do that. What about you?
Well, I think, I'd like to, like I said, obviously playing football at the moment and stuff and that, but I think like I've always wanted to do like a Tough Mudder or something like that.
Me too. In
a team or something like that, just do it or whatever and that, get through it. I think they look quite fun.
Yeah, imagine the pint in the meal after it.
Oh, it'd be amazing, wouldn't
it? It'd be so well earned.
There's even like even smaller things like that. Like I'd love to get to a type of fitness, like strength and stuff and all that, and body strength. Do stuff like the ninja thing,
Ninja Warrior
stuff. Be able to like
do
like the running things stuff and all that. I can do all that. Like I'm probably up the jumping things and there's balance things, which is obviously probably 50-50 odd. But like the muscle up, or trying to do like the warped wall.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I look at it, I think I wouldn't be able to do that. Like, and there's people out there who can or can't do it as well. But like. Yeah, to get to that type of fitness and be able to do things like that.
I know, like fair play to them. You see, like just like skipping along, and then the muscle up, which is such a unbelievable thing of strength. Like pull up and then go like that, innit? Yeah.
Well, I quite enjoyed it. I went to that block, like indoor climbing place.
Yeah.
Did that through like a work thing, and that was really cool. So like you could go up the different like walls, and you always got different ratings. Like different kinds got like red and all that, and obviously the colours mean harder degree of ability. You start off from the easy ones, and they were great. Like
I take rock climbing.
So you like you can go up and obviously got big mats and stuff and all that. I went with a couple of guys who kind of do it quite a lot, and they use like chalk and stuff and that. So you just chalk your hands up,
Yeah.
and you go up, and if you
Yeah.
jump off, you just jump and land on your like bend your knees, but you're not going to hurt yourself as much
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff and that. But you got the easy ones, and you're like, oh, and you actually get quite a bit of like euphoria, like
Yeah.
going to get into the top. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is really cool, and you come
Yeah.
back down, your body's like pumping.
Yeah.
Then-
It's so, you got to be so fit.
Yeah, and then you go to the next ones. I tried some harder ones. I did all right on some hard ones, and there's some where you get like you see them in the competitions now,
Right.
literally just like around
Right, and
that, and you're like, I don't
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you try that and that, and then it was like it shows the abilities. Like I thought, I'm like not like strong, but like I could like do certain things.
Yeah.
And then one of the guys said, oh yeah, just do this one there, and it's like the ones where you have to like you start off like that, and then you basically kind of like upside down,
Oh.
like a spider or whatever on a
Yeah.
wall, on a ceiling kind of
You
thing.
got to have
stuff like that.
some strength.
And I was like, I could do that,
Yeah.
and I like do it, and you get your hands and try and
Just
nails,
fall.
just fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like
It's
I did
pure,
that.
like that's got, obviously you got to be super fit. That's pure grip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like to cup it.
But I did that, and I thought I haven't since, but I'd like to like.
Yeah.
I'd like to do that more,
Yeah,
like
me
that
too.
kind of thing, be
Yeah.
quite a cool thing. And it's probably that puts on to like there's other sports, like obviously we've been predominantly like football based
Yeah.
most of our lives, playing wise.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like other sports we'd like to do. So I know
Yeah.
you do badminton.
Well, yeah, I recently about 4 months now gone into badminton, and I love it. I love badminton. Like we like the racket sports, don't we?
Yeah.
Tennis, table tennis, like that. We play everything, but yeah, I just recently as well got myself a new racket as well,
Ooh.
like proper, like a legit one. So I'm starting to get to a level now where I'm starting to. Like I've got the professional serves you see now. So when you play, you hold it and you do underarm.
Yeah.
Now I hold it and do the overarm.
Oh, you do
just
that, yeah.
like getting to a level now, like really
That's
good.
good,
Like,
yeah.
getting it. But it's so fun. And honestly, if anyone wants to play something for fitness, I wear my Apple Watch every time. It's about an hour and a half, and I burn between 1,000 to 1,800 calories,
Wow.
depending on how long I do.
That's crazy. Yeah.
It is so like intense the whole time. You're jumping, you're moving, you're going for shots like that. Yeah, badminton been playing a bit. And yeah, I would like to do rock climbing.
I think
would
yeah,
like
like obviously I tried that paddle
Yeah.
as well, which is great. We definitely need to go and do that at some
do.
point as well. And like
Yeah.
because like I said, you've done tennis and
Yeah.
like you've got people who play tennis in your family and stuff and that,
Yeah.
and it's like that's a great sport as well. It makes you think as well. Like obviously, like people played or not played it, but basically it's like tennis
On a badminton court,
but then you're surrounded and you've got kind of like glass,
like a squash.
perspective
It's like the
walls you-
three, isn't it?
yeah, which you
Badminton,
can
tennis,
bounce
and
it off.
squash.
So like you might serve past me, and then obviously I can turn around and hit it back off the wall, and as long as it goes over the net, you're still in play. So it's like it's weird.
Does it have to? How many bounces is it? Does it bounce once?
One bounce.
Off of anything? So a
Yeah.
point
So if
could
you
go on
like
three,
hit it
could
to me and like say it was powerful serve and it went past me,
Yeah.
and hit the wall,
Yeah.
I could either hit it back off the wall before it can't touch the floor,
Okay.
and then go back over, or I can obviously hit the wall and then obviously hit it back to.
Oh, okay.
But it's underarm serves only
All right.
and stuff, and it's like obviously a weird bat.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
like,
just like a
holes and stuff.
rectangle, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got holes and
Yeah.
stuff. But it is quite a cool sport. So
Yeah, no, it's the fastest growing sport in the world, isn't it?
is it?
Yeah, it is. And they've got in Bristol where we live, they've got like one of the biggest indoor arenas in Europe
Oh right. Okay.
down in St Anne's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
Well-
that was the one I was at. I think.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
By the co-op down there,
Yeah, yeah.
roundabout. Yeah.
But I think like stuff like that as well. I thought about as well. Like going back to like the mountain, like obviously sports and stuff that we enjoy. It's
Yeah.
kind of like I feel like if you're doing something you enjoy,
Oh,
like you doing the badminton,
yeah.
you can just play it for hours and hours and hours, and
Yeah.
like it
Yeah,
kind of
the-
almost negates
Yeah.
that. Like I've always said that. Like I don't really like going to the gym and doing weightlifting.
Yeah,
It's
me
just
too.
never really been something for me. Like
Yeah.
personally, I've tried it, done it.
Yeah.
It's not something for me. You should always try and do something you like.
Yeah.
So like I said, if you said to me, do 2 hours in the gym weightlifting, I'd be like,
Oh, I know. It
But you
feels like
said-
a slog.
but you said play 2 hours of football.
Oh, yeah, and it flies by.
Yeah, I wouldn't,
Burn- yeah.
I wouldn't stop and I'd just do it. So I feel like
Yeah.
when you do a sport which is, you enjoy,
Yeah.
I think you reap the benefits because you,
You
just
reap
put
the
more into
benefit.
it.
Yeah, you do. And it's fun as well. Like, fun is like one of the main things.
Yeah.
But the gym, I don't mind the gym. I didn't mind the gym when I was weightlifting and that. But give me an hour of football, badminton, tennis. I used to kickbox a lot as well for years and years and years. Love that. Love it. Give me a good sparring
Keep on you
session.
good. That's the one thing which I regret was when I did taekwondo as well.
Stopping.
Stopping and never
Yeah.
going for the black belt.
Yeah.
I was like close to it. I should have
Yeah.
just done it,
Yeah.
and I didn't.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed that. Talk about martial arts. You enjoyed your kickboxing.
I loved it.
I really enjoyed taekwondo.
Yeah, no, I know. You did it for ages, didn't you?
Yeah.
I did kickboxing. We had our own club, actually, me and my dad. We taught for years. Wish it was still going, because the community we had, there were about 50 of us at one time
I
outside.
remember it being very busy.
Really, really busy, really good. Had a good squad. But yeah, no, you'll have to come along to badminton as well. I know you like it.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, we had a few battles before in the past.
Yeah,
I'd happily come along.
Yeah. Understand, most of the blokes there, in all fairness, are 60 plus. And they're all amazing, mate. Their reactions, their like speed, hand-eye coordination, everything's brilliant. Really brilliant.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
No.
Well, I think that pretty much kind of, I haven't got much more to discuss on it today, really, at the moment.
No, I don't think I've got anything to catch up on.
No, so I suppose we capping the episode, obviously, talk about cup finals, talk about my great team beating Liverpool yesterday, the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah.
I will bask in our triumph.
Yeah, wow, you've earned it, mate. You've earned it.
Yeah, so we've done that. So I suppose really, like, and then we talked about mountains and kind of a bit of history, a bit of like one of the walks we did, which we found, and walks you want to do. So really, it's kind of for you, the listeners and viewers. If you've kind of got any favourite cup finals you want to send in, ones we haven't mentioned, and think actually that's a great final, send it into our way. Yeah. If you've got any stories, mountains, or anything you've done, or even something non-related. And I was going to even say on the football, even if you want to test us, if you want to send in, guess the 11, starting 11 for a match, any match, cup final, something like that.
Oh no!
And we have a go at it.
Yeah. We'll give it a go.
I mean, if you went back to 1970s, we're not going to get it with someone, but
yeah, we'll give it a go now.
We'll say like 1990s onwards, maybe.
Yeah,
we'll give it a go.
And also, any questions on anything? We're happy to have a look at stuff, read any stories, or take on any advice you want. Yeah, and give our opinion on it.
But yeah, other than that, I suppose check out the socials. Like I said, we're on Instagram, we're on TikTok. Facebook, YouTube.
We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. We're all over the place. Check our link tree as well.
Check our link tree on our socials,
where you will see everything.
Yeah.
And stay tuned
for the next episode. One. Yeah. See you next time.
Guys.
Bye, everyone.
Cheerio.